And so our last game for stream tonight is Beecarbonize, and this is a free-to-play game that is available on Steam. I've played a lot of this. I really enjoyed this game, and this is a card game in which you're trying to um, stop the world from ending. Basically by stopping like omissions and things like that. So I will try to explain it as I go through, because I've played this multiple times now. I have yet to do hardcore, so we're gonna do standard because I just kind of want to have a chill stream of this. Okay, so this is your board, and as you can see, there's the emissions. So right now, this little cloud here, which I don't have a pointer on, but if you look in each of the squares, there's a cloud. That is the emissions that are being put out. So right now, the industry is putting out 20 emissions. So ideally, you want to kind of combat that. So usually the way that I start with this game, I go for science to kind of get all the other stuff that I need. All right. We're going to do renewables and go there. And so each of the things that you build, okay, so this is like your resources. This is for people, and then this is for science. So each of these tokens represent what you need in order to create the cards. So like for this one, for the nature conservation, I need 2 resources and a science. Now, with that being said, if there are no resources, then the people icon will say pretty much like, hey, you're starving the people. Because they actually rely on the resources. Say, so like when I got a people token, I lost a resource token. So the resource tokens, you know, um, the people tokens rely on that. If you have none, by time the next time you get a people token, what then happens is, like I said, you'll get a card that will pop up here in this blank area. Again, my pointer is not on, but to the right of the tokens, that's the blank area, and that's kind of where all of your disasters pop up. So we are going to go with a science incubator. Yeah, probably do science incubator. Create that. We don't need to increase the sector size. So that removes 10 of the emission. And the more cards you have, depending on what you build, that will take, where you see, like for ecosystem, it takes 400 seconds to produce a resource. So ideally what you want to do is you want to create cards that will lower the amount in which you want to create cards that will lower that amount so you'll get more of the tokens. So right now we are really getting our tokens from industrial, but that's not a good thing because it's putting out a lot of emissions. So that's not really a good thing. So we built another card, and I don't know if you can see, so I'll scroll in, but as you can see, it's filling up. Once that reaches the end, the other card will populate. So let's do, I need 3 of those and 3 of those to do research, but I can do this one, and that will, again, so see science funding, how it's kind of speeding up. That lets you know that the card is being created. Now you can technically create two cards at a time if they're on separate cards. So like I couldn't click on science funding and create another card from science funding until that card is complete. But I can go to science incubator and click on that and make a card, and this just generates a random card. So eventually I will make a people card, and that would help. Like, okay, see, like when we did archaeology, you see how it jumped from 400 to 115. So now every 115 seconds, we're going to get a resource token. So, and we can speed this up just a little bit. Now we are going to hit our first disaster because, again, we're putting out too much of the emissions. So, this world has warmed by 0 to 5 point or 5 through 1 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial levels. You can expect natural disasters of a historical unprecedented extent. Okay, so now we have heat waves. So that's good that came up because I can kind of explain this now. So when that comes up, we need 4 resources to stop it. After it's expired, we will lose 3 and 3, but if we solve it, we get 2 to the science. So we solved it, we got 2 tokens to science. Now I'm going to go ahead and create our person card, which is going to give us a little more time, shorten the time to where we get the people tokens, because the people tokens really do come in handy. So let's go here. I need 4 people and 3 science. I need 3 people and 2 science. So ideally what I'm going to try to do is wait for the 3 people to do that one because it takes 50 of the emissions away. So here I need 2. We don't want it adding emissions, so we're going to go ahead and mitigate that or mitigate that. And hopefully we can get more people cards. Okay, so we have lifestyle changes. Let's go ahead and do that. And then that's going to that's going to take up our time. So that will get the people token cards faster. And again, we're just going to speed this up. So now it actually decreased our time. So now we're back at 91 seconds. Okay, so it was 1. I think it's this one that we want to do because that's going to take away 50% of that. Okay, so we can do this one. Okay, so before we do that, now, okay, you see how it said there was no space. So now we're going to create space. So you would click on this. You need 1 person, 1 science, increase. So now I can take this and I can actually do the carbon storage because that's going to remove 80. So we'll go with that instead. And then we would like to do this one when we get a chance. Greenwashing. Again, each round it will add 40. To solve it, we get another person token, so we'll give up the resources. Okay, so that took away 80. So I personally, when I do this, I like to create a bunch of these cards. But each time you create that particular card, it does take the amount of resources or tokens you need to progress that card. So we'll do this one because that will give us a -2 on the emissions. So we'll do this one. Okay, so I was gonna say, let's do this. And then that's gonna take and give us 2 on that, so speed that up, right? Oh, I didn't see that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So that just took our stuff up even further. That is horrible. We can't upgrade that card. Let me see. So we can do this one, and that will remove 30. Okay, so we just hit another tipping point. The world has warmed by 1.5 degrees Celsius. More than 70% of coral reefs are dead. Acidified seawater means harsh decline in biodiversity of marine life. The Western Antarctic glacier and permafrost begins to melt and release methane emissions. Okay, so we're gonna do that and that. So we have to wait on the science. Okay. Do that. We can do that. We don't. Wait. No, we don't have enough. So we're gonna do. Let's do this one. So this time we need 3 and 5. So let's speed this up. What does this need? 3? Nice. And then again, now this one you need 3 people and 3 science. So we're gonna speed that up a bit. Okay, so we need 3 and 7. This also needs 3 and 7, and that will take 110. We need 3 and 7 science. Okay, 3 resources, 7 science. So okay, replace that one. So now, as you see, each time you do one of these cards, it does take it up. So the next time, I would need 5 resources, 11 science. So, let's go here. Nope. I need 6 people for that. Oh, we can do this one. So this, as you can see, this card has a star on it. So the star cards means if you upgrade it enough, you can win the game. Oh, we got this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. So now this is going to take that. Okay. Let's do that. No, I think we need 11 science to do the other carbon storage. Okay, so now do this. Right? So then the next one we need 4 and 10, and that will take 200 away. We can do degrowth. And then if we can get 20 and 20, we'll win the game with that particular card. So, but as you can see, it does become difficult after a while. So. And again, we need 20 and 20. So let's see. And sometimes making random cards does help. So like this one. That's another star card. So now, right now, we have two possibilities of actually completing this game. Lack of coffee always gets kind of like eaten up by. Ooh. Replace that. Okay. Okay. So we negated those. Okay. So we want to go here. And then we replace that. Okay, so that's fine because we're going to actually end up winning because of the one card. So we will end up winning. So. And we won. And it took us 77 and a half rounds to win. So. You have succeeded in building a society in which people live in a mutual beneficial relationship with nature, where people manage to minimize their environmental impact on the planet. Okay. So there are 6 different paths. I've only found 2 so far. So. But yeah, that is Beecarbonized. And again, this is a free to play game. So if you are into card games that kind of have a strategy or that are kind of really chill and are simulation based, I would recommend this a lot because it's a really, really good game. I've been playing it off and on for a while now, and I just kind of wanted to show it off tonight for you all to see. So, again, if you are here in chat, you can use exclamation point GOTC. And if you are watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you can use as no, you can't use anything. The information for the game will be in the description box below. But yeah, that is Beecarbonized.